Welcome home, Raiders. Tonight, we're going to be talking patch 8.3, phase 2 of Classic WoW, and a favorite returns. This is CTR number 371.
You're listening to Convert to Raid. The podcast for raiders in the world of Warcraft.
Yes. Now, if you're watching the live show, once again, I screwed up on the video part at the beginning. Don't worry about it. It's not really a thing. From the CTR Command Center and Broadcast Emporium in Sacramento, California, today is November 19th, 2019. Thank you so much for joining. Oh, and it's 7:11 in the PM. Thanks for joining us from around the world of Warcraft. My name is Pat Crane. I'm your host. And as always, the players are here. Yes, players. First up, we have the lovely and talented Thyst. Hello, Thyst.
Hi, am I unmuted yet?
Yes, you are. Yes, you are, of course.
Every week you tell people I'm a player, and it's really hard to meet people.
Well, you know, everybody's got their hang-ups.
I've got several.
Yes, you do, and we'll just move on. And we'll move on to, he didn't get enough last week, so he's back for more. Join us in welcoming, once again, Warcraft Stats. Hello, Stats.
Hey, guys, how's it going?
It is a treat to have you back. I will say that.
Thanks a lot. I've had a busy week. I've been trying to get my undead mount to do something, but it's just beating a dead horse. Now we're off.
I need my crickets sounder again.
I love having you on the show.
Oh boy. Well, welcome back anyway, and
thanks a lot, guys.
Yeah. And by the way, hello Twitch chat, hello folks at home or wherever you might be. Thanks for joining us. And let's see. Let's talk about this last week. In World of Warcraft and other Blizzard games. What have you guys been up to? Thyst, I know you've been streaming a little bit more, right?
I'm unemployed, so I have to stream.
How's that going?
Oh, well, it's okay. I'm trying to make partner, so I've been working really hard to stream every day, and I usually stream WoW and Overwatch. And occasionally Patrick Crane joins me, and it's a fun time. But yeah, so I've just been streaming as much as possible and also applying for jobs, but then also streaming, which is kind of like a job.
Yeah. No, it really is.
Yeah.
You know, it's so what when you're streaming, what are you playing normally?
Well, I've been playing a lot of Overwatch because it's fun. I don't know any other reason. But I'm still a hamster main. I'm still loving it. I recently got the Scientist Mercy skin. There's like a weekly thing. I don't think it's a week. I think it's like a month. Anyway, you have to win like 9 games to get the new skin. And
the new
I
Mercy
like it.
skin? Yeah.
Yeah. She's just dressed like, a scientist with pants and glasses and a name tag.
Yes. And she still has the wings and everything like that shooting out the back, so that's fine.
And the cool boots. But yeah. And it's been fun.
No, it's really cool. I got the skin as well. So congratulations to you.
And to you, my friend. Very well done. That's nice.
Now, Stats, what have you been up to in the last week or whatever?
Well, I've not been getting any skin, but I have. But I have actually been playing a lot of World of Warcraft, both classic and getting my Alliance tunes up. So I've been playing a little bit of Alliance. And enjoying it, getting my money's worth from the story. So now is
this your first foray into Alliance stuff in a while, at least?
Yeah, it's a long time. I wanted to see the other half of the story from Battle for Azeroth, so it's been good. Actually, it's been pretty interesting.
How leveled up are you on your tune?
397.
Oh, okay.
And so I went all the way from 0 to 120 and got the heritage armor. So
wow, that's cool.
Good.
That's nice. And then you said you were playing Classic as well.
Yeah, I've got my little roguing Classic. That's a lot more stressful.
Are you PvE or PvP server on that?
PvP server. I don't know why. It's bad enough getting killed by Murlocs without getting killed by everyone else, but it's a grind on Classic. It really is. But it's a rewarding one. I don't mind it. It's a fun game.
What level are you on that tune?
43.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
You're trying really hard.
I am trying hard. I enjoy it. I really do. It's good. It's good fun.
I stopped after 20 and I was like, it's not like I'm not excited to continue on, but I just understand what kind of a grind it's going to be like, and and then stuff happened in BFA, and I was like, oh, let's just go back to retail and do it that way, and then I kind of promptly forgot about Classic for a bit.
Way to go, Patrick.
Thank you. But now we're back and with Classic, and I'm just going to go straight into the news, and I'll go into, let's do Classic WoW first, I guess.
Let the suffering commence.
Because we're already talking about it. This is going to be quick. Don't worry about it.
Oh no.
So now for Classic WoW, we've got phase 2 starting. Well, it started, right? And
yes, already started.
And so now we have the honor system that is going. We don't have any BGs, so it's just all world PvP. And stats, were you finding world PvP to be a thing?
It is. It's as not. If you're not max level, it's the same as it always was. You're a bunch of people who walk into your zone and kill everybody, and you just have to eat that. But definitely a lot more roaming gangs of people. And I'm not sure how technical or good the PvP is, but it's that there's a lot of people out there. Some of it's organized through forums, some of it's on the fly, some of it's through. I think a fair bit of it's through streamers as well. Classic streamers still dominate, and they can dictate an entire server's content for an hour or two at a time. So it's. Yeah, I think it's for everyone who's got a max level tune. I think it's a little different. For lobies like me, it's the same misery.
Yeah. I think I saw Venruki basically take over. What's the Alliance town?
Stormwind.
No, not that one. Like a travel point for ships and stuff like that. Anyway.
Oh, Buttville.
No. Trashington, yes, Trashington. And so he basically just took over there and was just killing people as they left the boats, and he was having a blast. I'm like, okay, well, you're having fun beating up on lobies or whatever, and they're just trying to get to their next quest or whatever. But it seems like there is some very organized
crime
PvP. Well, I mean, some people.
That's like at the beginning of BFA when everybody was trying out war mode, and there was just like traveling bands of people, like 40 people crawling across the desert, obliterating everyone in their path. God, that was fun.
waiting for those boxes to drop, the loot box, and
sure,
yeah.
We didn't even really need a reason at that point. We just wanted to go and cause mayhem.
Right. And so Stats, what server are you on?
I'm on the Ferlina server, so it's busy, and that wasn't for any other reason than I just picked it. Some of the servers had my name available, some of them didn't. So and then it became like the streamer server, and it's okay because I've been playing a lot of BFA recently. It's not been a big deal to just log in and level up. It really depends on what streamers are on at what time.
Sure.
If certain streamers are on, the queues are impossible, I play BFA. If they're not, then I level up. It's not really too bad.
Right.
And it's so crazy how streamers can influence stuff like this now.
Oh, it's immense. It really is. It's totally different now. It's like Classic WoW isn't Classic WoW for that reason. So
I think that's a huge reason why it doesn't feel like vanilla.
Well, and I mean, because we have all these streamers, which I mean, they weren't around at the time. They didn't really have a platform to stream from, right? So
no.
So yeah, I mean it's very strange, and I know that Asmongold even was saying that being a streamer is difficult for Classic because the content loop is just so repetitive. Because all you can do is you can do end of game raids, and that's about it, you know, and like goof around with world PvP, but. I mean, that's not.
Hey man, World PvP is serious. You can't goof around with that stuff.
Sure, but I mean, you know, it's kind of one of those things for content creators. It's just It's not that there's not a lot there. It's just that BGs aren't around. You don't have more raids or whatever to be able to kind of play with. You don't have all those different systems like transmog items or whatever. So I mean, you can't do that. You just go and you get stuff and you put it on and you go, okay, that's what that looks like. Then you take it off for the good gear. I don't know. It's just weird, right?
It is. It's everyone's in their. I mean, my rogue looks like a clown. He's just got clown gear on. It's and you can't change it. You can't do anything with it.
Right.
But I think it's a different type of game entirely. And I wouldn't say the hype's wearing off it. I think it's probably there's an edge that's taken off. But there's still millions and millions of people playing classics. Certainly, I'd more than BFA probably. I don't know.
Right. Well, and the only thing we know about for sure is that queue times are definitely a thing. With phase 2, everything's flat now. No, there are no more layers or anything like that.
No.
So in the US anyway, we have essentially like 5 realms that are full all the time. Whitemane, Fairbanks, Fairlena. Yours, Herod, and Incendius. And like Fairlena, a couple of nights ago, had a 3-hour plus wait time to get in there. I mean, that was
nothing compared to the first freaking day. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I mean, but it is kind of like classic launch. I mean, in a way, because I mean, we're still having to wait hours on those different servers, and so yeah, it can be a real pain.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely a lot worse than trying to get onto BFA servers. But it's at least if you play like I play, you have the backup to go and do whichever game you want to play. So I don't mind if there's a huge queue. I just go and play on BFA.
Right on. Well, that's the way to do it, I think.
Yeah.
Now, do you have what are your professions? On your classic tune there, Stats?
Skinning and leatherworking, because I got a rogue.
And you're on a PvP server. And you're not an engineer.
No, I know.
No.
Mistakes are being made.
Right. And it's like when I started in Wrath, I was my hunter Zug was, I think, skinning engineer or mining engineer, something like that. And
interesting.
Yeah, and I don't know why I did it that way, but I did find that there were some benefits when you go into BGs or whatever. And so yeah, I think that I know that there was an article on Wowhead about, oh man, you want to be an engineer for PvP, you got to do it.
Is that how you have to read it?
I don't know. Try it. Try it out.
Hey, you gotta
be an engineer if you want to be in the PvP.
You gotta make those rocket boots so you could go faster. Like that?
Sure. I don't know.
My name's Patrick Crane. I've got a beard. Perp.
So yeah, I don't know exactly. I just thought I would throw that little thing in there. If you're playing PvP in Classic and you're not an engineer,
consider it.
Well, you might be doing it wrong. That's all I'm saying.
You're gonna get ganked if you keep talking like that.
That's why I'm not playing Classic.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right. Anything else on Classic? Because I might move on, but
I think you already made up your mind.
I probably have. So let's move to BFA otherwise known as Buffa.
A clever strategy.
Thank you. Speaking of, no, never mind.
Oh no!
There was a cool bug that was found this week. Well, I don't know if it was a cool bug, but it meant
it was weird.
It meant that there were less rogues hanging out, which is kind of cool.
I didn't know about this until I saw your notes. I hadn't heard about this at all.
Yeah, so
none of us are rogues, so
which is good. Maybe Zorbrix. Maybe he had some issues because this is about outlaw rogues in Firelands.
Yeah, so it's the time walking anniversary Ragnaros fight. Yeah. When outlaw rogues, when they use killing sprees, sometimes they just bug out and teleport to a different part of Firelands, and there they are for the rest of the fight. And it's like so specific, you know?
It really
and they haven't fixed it yet. So they're recommending just not using killing spree
or
on
go
Ragnaros?
a different spec or something.
just don't do that. Don't do that.
Is that the new bug fix for Blizzard now? Just don't do it anymore.
I mean,
we're gonna fix it. Just don't do it.
Yeah, It's an easy fix.
Right.
Just don't.
Right. It's kind of like when you go into the doctor and you say, "Hey, doc, it hurts when I move my arm like this," and he says, "Well, stop doing that." Just stop it. Okay. All right. Fine. I guess I just won't do that anymore. But yeah, so no more killing spree in the Firelands.
Sorry, outlaw rogues.
Have you guys played the anniversary stuff more than just the one time with your guild or whatever?
I've done it twice.
Okay. Stats?
No, not the raids. The raids, I did them. We talked about Defile last week. I'm not going back for that.
Right.
But I have done a lot more of the AV. I've kept playing AV though.
Yeah, same.
AV is still fun. It's like oddly satisfying.
Yeah, that's like the first genuine. That's been a really nostalgic piece of content for me. I used to spend a lot of time in there, so I've really enjoyed it actually.
I think I leveled basically 60 to 70 mainly through AV.
Yeah,
which is weird.
And I'm in it for the mount, and at the beginning I was frustrated because it was going so slowly, but honestly, I've been enjoying like having something to work towards like that. And the fact that it's an anniversary thing, so I don't know if this mount is ever going to be available again. It's spurring me on, and I don't know, just it feels kind of nice having that to work towards, and especially because it's an AV, it makes it more fun, right?
Sure.
Yeah, I think it's one of the better battlegrounds, always has been. I've also noticed this week that people are getting a bit more organized. I don't know if you guys have found that, but it's a little less.
Because they changed some stuff, right? So they changed it around so people aren't always in the mines or whatever, right?
That was the real problem.
Yeah. People would just
go to the mines.
But I still haven't worked out which side's better off. I know Alliance should be, but my experience on Alliance has been worse than Horde. I've won more playing Horde.
That makes sense.
And I know that I think it was the long phrase standing was that Horde players would always say, "Well, this just goes to prove Blizzard's Alliance bias." Because
I don't think Blizzard has an Alliance bias.
Damn it.
No, I don't.
You mean I picked the wrong side? What? No, not necessarily. But I mean, like all the entrances face the Alliance, even the Horde ones. So it's kind of weird, but it's a little thing. I don't know.
Well, and they announced that the Alliance won all the wars, so that was a thing.
Right. So that proves the Alliance bias now because the Alliance won all the war fronts.
They have a stable leadership. They don't have a new leader every 3 months.
That's not our fault.
Look at that.
Well, that's circumstantial.
Well, soon we'll all be bowing to our tentacly overlord, N'Zoth, right? So, there's that.
I'm ready.
Did you remove the headband with the eyeball on it that you got?
A long time ago. Wait, what?
Yeah, remember you had the Eye of N'Zoth or the Gift of N'Zoth?
Oh yeah, I couldn't get rid of it for a long time. Yeah, I took that off. It didn't match any of my transmog.
No, there is that.
That's even more important.
Stats, do you still have that on?
I do not know.
I chose to leave it on, and I'm kind of pissed, but we'll. I've been waiting I've been waiting. I've got more on this later, but I've been waiting. I've been waiting for it. And I don't know. Maybe we should just get into 8.3. Although I will say this one thing. There is a new retail box for new players. It's the new player edition World of Warcraft box set.
Yeah, IRL that you can get at Walmart, like back in the day when you'd have to buy like time cards and they come in big boxes, but literally the only thing inside would be a tiny little card.
Right.
That's right.
This is going to be the same damn thing, isn't it?
Pretty much. But it's really nice looking, and it's got a Wildhammer dwarf on a griffin, and it looks nice, and it's $15. And since there's no more battle chests, like this is like the alternative to that. And it comes with like 30 days of sub time, but you can't add it to an existing account. So if you're going to buy it and you already have an account, it's purely for show. I'm thinking about it. I only saw the one. I'm only aware of the box with the dwarf on it. Do you think that there's a horde version as well? Because
I know that the picture that they're showing is one that popped up probably a couple of months ago, with a Wildhammer dwarf on a griffin, and then behind him in like the larger shot is, I think, a troll on a bat. I'm not sure about that, but I think there's a horde player kind of back and to the right of where this Wildhammer is. So in the bigger picture,
right,
that they showed literally months ago, and I think it's actually on the website as well. I think it's on battle.net.
So does that mean that the troll is sneaking up on the dwarf and then he's gonna take him out? Hopefully.
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe it does.
I like that. I like to think that. That makes me happy.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
So this is out now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they just didn't wait until the expansion was out, but because it's still a bit of a confusing start for a new player.
Right.
But you get all the expansions, right?
Yeah. So you get all the expansions, you get, all that stuff.
There's no 120 boost here, is there?
No.
Okay.
So you got to work for it. I mean, you're a new player anyway, so you want to work for it. Or
right.
you want them to
exactly.
work for it. So
I think I'd pick this up just to have it on the shelf, even if I didn't do anything with it.
If I wasn't
it's
unemployed.
$15.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have the extra cash laying around,
go to Walmart.
Yeah.
Pick up a box. Put it on your shelf.
That's right.
That's pretty cool.
That's right. Okay. Now we're going to talk about 8.3. It's good stuff. This is coming up in January, probably, right?
Who knows?
They said they weren't going to do it over the holidays. They said that they weren't going to release it after the holidays until after the holidays, because guess what? It's the holidays. We don't want How many times have they done that where they've released content like a couple of weeks before Christmas or whatever, and then those World First Raiders are like, you've got to be kidding me. Come on.
Hey, man.
What are you doing?
WoW waits for no one.
Well, they are this time.
Fair.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's good. They've done that a few times. You're right, Pat. They've ruined Christmases for a few raiders.
Yeah.
But they made mine better though. I mean, it's the best excuse to not pay attention to the rest of your family, right?
Yeah, if you need an excuse, yes. I suppose so.
But it also sucks because then you're trying to play with your friends and they all have commitments and stuff.
Right.
You get anything better to do.
Commitments with air quotes and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. No, I get it.
Excuse me? Yeah.
I get it. Yeah. It's
January probably.
So if we're looking at January for a start for 8.3, and then the raid follows a couple of weeks after that, maybe, right? That would make sense.
I cannot wait for a new raid. Oh yes.
So then
that is the stuff I do
January
like.
for that stuff. And I know that there's been a lot of raid testing lately. And it was funny. There was one boss, and I can't remember the boss, but they were supposed to do some sort of action every 2.4 seconds or something like that. But on raid testing, it was every 0.24 seconds.
Oh no.
Which is tougher to overcome.
Mm-hmm.
It's
I can't
tougher to
even
overcome,
imagine
like
that.
damage coming in every quarter of a second. It's like, oh my. Well, that's difficult. So
That sounds way too hard.
lots of broken things.
Yeah, I was watching a few of the streams. There were some struggles. There were certainly some struggles, but that's what the testing's for.
Did you see the N'Zoth, the Carapace of N'Zoth fight?
Mm-hmm.
That looks.
I saw his carapace.
That looks like it kind of reminds me of Deathwing in a weird way.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, because it's not all of him. It's
not.
only his carapace.
It's like it's kind of weird. It's like you're inside him or something. I don't know exactly.
It wouldn't be the first time we wound up inside somebody.
That's true.
Working on tendrils and flipping up scales.
Yeah.
Looking at what's underneath.
Yeah.
Going inside something's mouth.
Yeah.
Or body holes.
We've done a lot of gross stuff.
We have been in a lot of places. It's no wonder they call us champion.
And yet, you know what? And yet, you know what? I've never cleaned out my bags. Never.
Ew.
I never have.
Can you imagine how like dirty and smelly we must be in like the WoW universe?
There have been lots of heads in my bags.
Yeah. I don't even want to think about the kind of weird stuff you keep in your bags, Pat.
Like guts, heads, poop.
Bat guano.
Yeah. Guano.
Yeah. Is that why you're so musky at BlizzCon?
Must be.
We're talking about real life, right?
Musky. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no. I just got that.
So, yeah. So, but yeah, no, the Carapace of N'Zoth fight really reminds me of Deathwing a lot because you have to like jump on these, I don't know, tentacles and like clean off. I don't even know what it is. It's some kind of grossness on there. And then you gotta, God, it's just such a gross fight.
It's almost like you're not familiar with watching like content that features tentacles, Patrick, which is very surprising to me, I must say.
All right.
Old gods and such.
Right. No, I get you. No, it's looking good though. We also have for 8.3, not only do we have the raid, which is coming up, so eyeballs and tentacles and grossness and whatever. We have world bosses that are coming up as well. And it's weird because the world bosses that are coming up, one of them sounded really familiar to me. And I was like, what is this? So we have Tashara, Vuklaz, the Earthbreaker, and then we have Grand Empress Shek'Zara. And I was like, Grand Empress Shek'Zara, didn't we kill her back in MoP?
I don't know, but she looks like a mantis shrimp.
Yeah. No, it was, we killed her sister, I think.
Oh.
Grand Empress Shek'Zir. I had to look it up.
I don't remember.
Yeah, we had that one raid where there's a whole bunch of bugs in it, didn't we?
Yeah.
Like actual bugs, not problems with the
Thyst,
code.
wasn't this the one that you guys couldn't finish because of the giant bug Garelon?
Oh, yeah, no, that one was Vuklaz, the Earthbreaker. Yeah, he looks exactly like Garelon. Well, we're going back to
He does.
to Pandaria, right? And that's where all the bugs are. So, I mean, it makes sense. And you know what, Pat? Like, there aren't any bugs that only lay a single egg. Like, usually bugs lay a lot of eggs. So there's probably plenty of siblings of Garelon. And I'm just worried because, you know, at the time, Garelon broke my raid team. Like, there are some people that I never raided with again. And we were together for like a year before that. I'm worried because we couldn't handle how many legs he had. We could not handle all of the pheromones. We could not handle it.
Oh, the pheromones. I forgot about that.
Yeah, it was the worst. I've never finished that fight.
I just remember the crushing of everybody that was like standing under Garelon.
And then the floor, like there was just stuff all over it.
And there was just bones everywhere. Yeah.
Bones everywhere.
Those were good times.
Were they?
Kinda. I mean, if you made it past that, that's fine. If your guild blew up because of it, then that's totally different deal.
Yeah, it is. And I'm very nervous. But I would like to think that I'm a better raider since back then. How many years ago was Miss anyway?
It came out
2013.
Yeah, I think it's 2012, 2013. So yeah.
Oh my God.
It was a while back.
Yeah, it's a long time ago now.
I guess it was 13, wasn't it? Because Firelands came out in 11. I know that much because that's when we started the show.
Yeah, it was 13. I think it
so
released.
It must have been 13.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, she looks fun.
Shikzara?
Yeah, but these guys are cool. So there's 3 of them, and they drop 445 loot,
which is great.
Which is great, and I guess they're going to be hanging out around where the invasions are,
right?
In Uldum or Uldum, however you say it.
Is it Uldum or Uldum?
I don't know. Because the song says Uldum, but everyone else says Uldum.
I know.
But yeah, Uldum and the Veil of Eternal Blossoms are going to have invasions. So that's why a bunch of the new stuff in 8.3 is themed like Mists of Pandaria and Uldum.
Right. Capona says it was 2012.
Oh, no.
When Mop came out. When Mop came out. So I'm guessing the raid came out probably 2013. Because it was the second one, right? Yes.
What was the first one?
No, it wasn't the first one.
There's Mogushon Vaults.
Yep.
And then the bug one. And then Throne of Thunder.
The whatever of
Heart of Fear.
Heart of Fear. Yeah, it was the second one where all these bug guys came out. So that's
Wasn't that gross when you walked in there? There was all those bugs and they were like twitching on the floor with bug blood and you're like, ugh.
I actually at first I was like a little put off by it, but then I'm like going, no, that's fine. They're dead. That's fine. I'm okay with that.
Oh.
I kind of like that they were like half dead.
You would,
twitchy.
Weirdo.
Yeah, I know. It's a thing I have.
And then Terrace. Remember Terrace? I do.
Oh yeah. 4 bosses of goodness.
Doing LFR was almost impossible, and I had to do that so much because that one, the one that would like hide and disappear, and you'd have to figure out where she went.
Oh yeah.
I had that staff, and I needed the staff. I think it was a staff.
She used to blow you off as well.
Yeah.
Sorry.
She did.
Yeah.
It's totally true. So yeah.
Man, it feels good not to be the one to do that.
I imagine I've gone red and embarrassed because I didn't mean to do that.
And he didn't even mean it, guys. This is how ingrained it is into his psyche. Just lays it out there.
What?
I don't know. But so we have these world bosses. We have, let's see, we have, I want to go into gear more. So we have catch-up gear for 8.3 as well. We've got, I mean, and this is not going to be like benthic gear, apparently. No. This is just straight up gear, right?
Yeah, it's BOA gear, and you can send it to your alts. It's very similar to the gear tokens from the Timeless Isle, apparently.
And it's level 400, right?
Yes.
Just straight up 400 gear.
Yeah, it's called Black Empire gear. It drops from random mobs during the Uldum and Blossom invasions. So that's good.
Sure.
For alts.
It seems a little weak, but then again, is that such a bad thing? Probably not.
No. Beggars can't be choosers.
Right. Because, well, I mean, there's more gear than just that. That's the catch-up gear. And then we have the corrupted gear, which is coming in 8.3 as well. And Thyst, why don't you tell us all about the corrupted gear in 8.3?
I cannot do that, Patrick, because I told you before the show that I read the article 3 times and it didn't stick in my brain. And so you said, that's fine. And then I wrote down, because I always make notes in my notebook before the show so it doesn't sound stupid.
Right.
I understand that I do not understand anything about corrupted items yet, except that they turn you purpler the more corrupted you get, like that episode of the Magic School Bus where Arnold kept eating those seaweed bites and was turning them orange because they had carotene in them because they were carrot on the inside. You remember that episode? That's how I learned about if you eat too much carrots, you turn orange. Except in this case, it's purple.
Right. I found out that if you go to Willy Wonka's factory, you don't want to eat the gum.
No,
don't eat the gum. Don't do that.
Well, you don't eat gum, Pat. You chew it.
Well,
so I don't.
It's the same deal. It's a
right.
3-course. It's a 3-course dinner, all in one thing.
This is still a WoW podcast, right, guys?
Yeah. No, it's.
Just want to
fine.
check.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
You're talking about the blueberry girl off Willy Wonka.
Right. Well, you know.
Why am I the one getting this back on track? That doesn't even make any sense.
That's why you're here.
Stats. What is so now on all this corrupted gear? We've got the corrupted gear. Basically, what it is we have the bad side, we have the good side, which is all the stats that it will give you, and then we have the bad side, which is all the crap that it's going to do to you. That's totally awful and weird, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have you figured it out? Do you know what's going on with this stuff?
No.
Okay, cool.
All I know is that it's going to be something that top end raid teams are going to have to juggle. They're probably going to have more of the skill to overcome the bad stuff, to use the good stuff, and everyone else, especially people like me, are going to struggle with this immensely.
Right.
And we're probably going to want less of the corrupted gear than more. But
right.
It can be resisted as well, though, right?
Sure.
So you can have this gear that's
that's going to be
polarized, but you can take the corruption off.
That's going to be part of the legendary cloak that we're going to be working with Rathian on.
Yeah.
Right. So that's going to be able to resist stuff, resist corruption, and then but if you use this corruption gear, you can. Like there are different side effects that will pop up, and they're still working out all the numbers on how this actually works, but where you could have grasping tendrils causing damage for you, creating corrupted zones, creeping death. That sounds fun.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
And then there are certain like rings and stuff like that where if you don't like look at something forever, you could be feared for 6 seconds, or it's just like all these weird little side effect things where it will be painful.
Yeah, and you get to choose whether you want to make that harder for yourself or not by what you're wearing. So, it's an extra level of complication for anyone who wants to try and do something that might already be hard in the first place. So it's gonna be interesting.
And suddenly, I really want to do it.
Right, of course. And according to everybody that I've talked to, well, not everybody, but a lot of the higher level guys for rating and stuff like that, they are looking at this saying it looks like it is better than Titan Forging, War Forging stuff. I mean, it's a little bit more. It's definitely not as straightforward, but at the same time, it seems like the stats that it gives you is more even anyway, and so it's kind of evens out that process a little bit more for these different raid teams. And so I think that that's a step in the right direction, although it seems very confusing to most people that are looking at it for the first time. So
yeah, I'm wondering if it's one of those things that we do and then we don't see it in this sort of iteration any time again. Well, that was fun, but
right. Well, and the thing is that everybody, no matter what level you're playing at, you guys should be commenting on this when it goes live in 8.3, because I don't think they've figured out gearing for Shadowlands yet.
No.
So
I mean, neither have we.
No.
Who knows if we ever will? I don't know.
But they haven't figured out what style of gear progression they want, and so if this corrupted gear works for whatever reason, they may decide to keep that in the mix somehow. So
I love when they try something and it catches on, and then we enjoy it, and then they improve it, and they keep improving it,
and then they iterate on it, and then they make it like a lot worse, and then.
I don't like that part. Yeah.
The pendulum swings both ways. That's all. It
sure does.
So yeah, make sure to check it when this stuff hits live. It'll be interesting to see what's going on. I think we all got to hold on to our pants or something.
Well, you have to wear your pants in
You
game.
have to wear your pants. You're right.
Corrupted pants.
Right.
My pants are corrupted anyway.
Oh no.
Well, that sounds like a personal
Are they
problem.
very musky?
They're not musky, no. They're just
Oh,
corrupt.
that's good. All right.
Okay. All right. And then let's see. What else? I know that essence. It looks like essences are going to be easier for Mechagon and Nazjatar essences. We'll have a new rep to grind. We'll have 2 new reps to grind. So I think they're kind of easing off of the Nazjatar and Mechagon stuff because we have new factions to grind for. We've got what are they?
We've got, okay, so in Uldum, it's the Ramekin, the Uldum Accord, and the Veil of Blossoms is the Mogu Rajani.
Right.
Anyway, you earn reputation with them and you get stuff,
Right.
including, so with the Mogu ones, you get a white cloud serpent. Everybody
Nice.
loves cloud serpents, and it's white and it's really pretty. And then there's a crane pet that you should probably get, Pat, because it's on brand for you. And a new Quillin. It's made out of jade. It's really nice. And then for the Uldum stuff, you get a camel mount. And I've never actually gotten the camel mount.
What?
So, no,
You never
I
got the
tried.
camel mount? Oh boy.
It's hard.
I don't know about
Anyway,
that. Anyhow.
there's a vulture pet and also a man pet. Well, he's a man. He's wearing a hat.
A man pet.
Listen.
It's called the Cursed Dune Watcher. It's not a man pet.
He's
it's
a
like
man.
No, it's like one of those statue dudes. It's
A
one
statue of a man.
Yeah, but it's a statue of a man. It's not a man. It's not a man pet.
Listen. He's a statue, but he has to be alive to be a pet, and he is a pet, and he's a statue of a man. Therefore, he is a man pet.
He's a statue pet, a living statue
Of a man.
of some dude. Yeah, not a man pet.
Anyway, yeah, so I'm really excited about that.
Plus essences and all that kind of stuff. So it should be pretty good. So man pet.
I'm taking applications.
I was gonna say something like, well, IRL is not like in-game, or in-game is not like IRL. You can't man pet.
You can't.
I don't know. It's
I don't know.
It's a little strange.
I'm not touching it. I'm leaving that one well alone.
Don't touch my man pet.
Good for you. Good for you, Stats. That's a wise move.
Mind you, the camel's got some hella teeth on it, though. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
And it spits. Nope, that's not a thing.
It's not spitting through those teeth. They are huge. It's like a mouthful of French fries.
I love having a mouthful of French fries.
Oh boy. All right.
It's got toes as well. I'm not doing the camel toe joke. All right.
No. It's probably best not to.
Sorry.
Okay.
There's a hump joke in there too, Pat.
I know. I was going to say it earlier, but I didn't.
I know.
I didn't. So let's talk a little bit about some class changes for 8.3 that are coming up. And really, basically, what it comes down to is that there are a couple of DPS classes that will be affected. But I think for the most part, what they're really trying to do are like adjust healers. Healers have been so off balance. If you are a top level raider going into mythic content, you will see one setup for healers. You will see 2 holy pallies and 2 disc priests. And that is it.
You have a problem with that?
No. I mean, I do have a disc priest waiting in the wings if I need it. So,
Fair. That's fair.
So I've got one kind of sitting there, but he's not geared at all. He is nothing. So
Do you guys do that thing where you see there's like a list of class changes and you scroll down to find your main and then you don't find it and you're like, okay, and then you like close it?
yeah, or sometimes I look down and I see that my main is being affected, like Balance Druids right now, and I go, okay, and I close it anyway because it's not gonna necessarily change anything.
Yeah.
So
It's like, that's not my problem.
So yeah, I mean,
I saw Frost Mage and I was like, well, that doesn't affect me none.
Right. So yeah, I mean, it's basically they're just kind of adjusting some of the healer stuff. Also, Brewmaster Mucks are getting a little bit of a nerf because they're way too good. They're just too good right now.
Nothing should be that good except Fire Mage.
Except Fire Mage?
Yep.
Okay.
Fire mages, as in fire them from your raid.
Oh, come on now. Hey now. Are we starting this again? Again?
Yeah.
Again. Okay.
I'm sorry, Thyst. I actually rolled a mage this week.
Really?
Because of how mean I was, I thought I'd try it out.
What'd you think?
It's just this one finger is just like.
Oh.
How sore it is.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't think I need to threaten you guys again, but I'm just saying, when you guys are on your little alliance tunes, doing your thing out in the world, being alliance and whatever, you just wait, because I will find you. Okay. And I will use my 2-blink strategy. People have been calling me 2 blinks, by the way.
That's funny.
That's stuck last week, didn't it?
Yeah, I love it. I've never had a nickname before, ever, my whole life.
Well, now you're 2 blinks Thyst. Look at you. 2 blinks.
I love it.
Blink. Is it part of your rotation, though? I don't think we ever settled that.
It is. It's
blink,
part of mine.
Blink, fireball, blink? Or is it 2 fireballs?
Can I give you a strat? Okay, so when, let's just say it's me and I'm doing my thing out in the world and a warrior comes up.
Yep.
And it's some kind of melee class. And so they see me, I see them. And so they rush me, right? And I'm going to let him. I'm going to let him rush me. He's coming towards me. So I blink in a random direction, usually behind him. And so he's like, oh no, where'd she go? And then he has to like slowly turn around and figure out where I've gone. Meanwhile, I'm standing behind him, popping all of my cooldowns. And then when he comes rushing towards me and my cooldowns, I blink back the other way, away from him. And then I CC him, and then he's stuck, and then my mirror images are going to town on him over there. Meanwhile, I'm safely over there, waiting for my next blink to come up so that I can blink away again when he tries to come at me.
That sounds fairly smart. This brings up this. I mean, for a mage, it sounds really smart. For a mage, I mean, it sounds really smart for a mage.
A fun fact
to do
Pat.
that. Yeah. What's
fun fact? Blink 182 were named after a complicated mage rotation.
Yeah, no, it's
allegedly.
That's legit.
Where are you? Oh, I'm so sorry.
Exactly, and despite a lot of the lyrics like that, I think.
You actually you kind of sparked something in my brain though, Thyst.
Oh no, not again.
Sorry. This will never mind.
Next item, Pat. Move on. While you can.
No, it was this. I kind of wish that the WoW UI allowed you to understand what direction damage was coming from. Not just that damage was coming in, but what direction it's coming from.
So you wish the game was easier?
I wish it was more like Overwatch, I guess. Especially when you're dealing with PvP stuff. I mean, that's when you kind of want that directionality, right?
Directionality?
Yeah. You want to know.
You're like one of those guys who like wants the TV to put in which way like the puck is going on the ice during a hockey game.
They do that now.
Yeah.
It's kind of annoying.
Canadians think that's dumb.
Oh, I think it's dumb too.
So how would that work for you? So you see it. If I'm getting shot from behind by a mage, the fireball's coming in from behind, right?
Yeah, but like you might see damage spikes coming towards the bottom of your screen, and if it was coming from in front of you, it would come from the top of the screen. So it'd just be like little. I mean, if anybody that's played Overwatch knows kind of what that looks like. Mm-hmm. So something similar to that would be kind of interesting, at least. And, if you're dealing with a lot of PvP all the time, pretty helpful, in battlegrounds and stuff like that. So,
okay.
It's just a little thing. It's a little thing.
Yeah. If you're having trouble playing the game properly and you need it to be easier. Oh, yeah.
Right. Right. Okay. Let's see what else. Speaking of little things, let's talk about alpaca mounts. Shall we?
I mean, yeah. So we've got some new ones, and they're different colors.
Yes, we do. And there was a bunch of broadcast text, too, that was data mined this last week.
I didn't want to read.
Don't worry, I'm not going to spoil any stories or anything like that.
Okay, thank you.
I don't want to spoil stories here. I don't want to do that. I'm doing this for two purposes. Number one is for alpacas.
Right.
And it's kind of interesting.
Why?
Because it looks like there might be a quest or there might be a series of quests for taming an alpaca. So
that's good because that's what the people want after all.
Yes. So it's like some of the text that was data mined was like, the alpaca sniffs the air, excited for the greens in your backpack.
Aww.
All right. So we're gonna have to go feed the alpaca and whatever. And
I'm sure a lot of people don't have a problem with that.
And who knows if it's just for a quest or if it's for more than that. So it could be like the bee mount, I guess. Although we're kind of getting another bee mount as well.
That's true. What's it called?
So the
obedient drone.
Yes.
The obedient drone. Obedient drone.
Yeah, they missed a pun there, didn't they?
They really did.
It's cool though. It's purple and it's got a tentacle face.
And it's more like a wasp.
Yeah.
Like a void wasp.
Maybe it's something that just the Horde will get, because I'm still not cool with how we didn't get an exclusive mount too.
Really?
Yeah. It's not fair. The Alliance is like, oh, we're scared. We're turning off war mode. Wham! And then they get a B. How is that fair?
Yeah.
How is that fair? That's not fair.
It's totally fair.
Just go level an Alliance tuning and get one.
Yeah.
They're not that.
I mean, you can't use it on your Horde tune if you have one.
So what do I need it?
It's fine.
I think we should get a cool mount, like a Pegasus or something.
You always think you should get a Pegasus, though.
Please, Blizz. Please.
Can I get one of those?
For the love of God.
Right. So yeah, it sounds like we were getting the cute alpacas, and then also in the broadcast text, saw something about the Eye of N'Zoth, the Gift of N'Zoth players. It sounds like we're going to be getting something. I don't know what it is. I've been waiting for months. Blizz, with this eyeball on my head. I've just been and hearing these whispers when I log in. How dare you?
Like in real life, or?
Yeah, in real life.
Because you should get that checked out.
In real life, yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know what is going on with this broadcast text because it's not very direct. It's not saying, oh, thank you for wearing the Gift of N'Zoth. Now you get this thing over here, whatever this is. Thanks for doing this for a few months. Thanks for sticking with us.
Thanks for looking stupid for months.
Right.
You get nothing.
I've been looking stupid for years, so this is a couple of months is no big deal.
Oh, Pat.
Yeah, you don't look stupid anymore. You've got that beard.
Yeah.
Oh boy. So you know. I don't know. So hopefully all of you guys that kept the Gift of N'Zoth, if there are other people out there that did this
Not a single other person did besides you.
I think there are a couple. But we may be rewarded soon. TM. I'm guessing there's a TM on that soon. So.
I doubt it.
I don't know.
Trusting old gods. Number one mistake.
Mm-hmm. So you think that by keeping it and all of us who didn't keep it, you're going to get something special and we're not?
I would hope so. If even just like a small cutscene of something, that would be great. Like a small like in-game cutscene of something cool that only we can, or like ghosts that only we can see, or I don't know what it is.
Can we get some ghosts?
Yeah, let's get some ghosts, guys.
To have a ghost.
I ain't afraid of no ghost.
Weston makes him feel good.
Right. All of that.
All you want is an invisible man sleeping in your bed.
Well, at least I'm not looking for a man pet.
You don't have to look for one. You just get the rep, Patrick.
Oh, all right. Sweet. That's pretty good.
Leave it alone. Not touching it. Not touching
No
it.
touching the man pet. Don't touch the man pet.
I like how she said, man ghost in your bed, and you didn't refute that, Pat. You just carried straight on.
Of course, you gotta choose what hill you're gonna die on. That's what it is. Let's see. What else do we have for 8.3? We have some new games for Dark Moon Fair. Oh, fun stuff. I don't know. These are just mini games, right?
Let's talk about these because I'm excited about them. So,
Are you?
Yeah, I am too. Hex Sweeper looks awesome.
It looks awful.
What do we got?
It's like a Minesweeper, except you walk on stuff and you explode if you get it wrong. And I've never been good at that game.
Oh, yeah. Minesweeper it killed a lot of people back in the 90s.
It did.
It really did.
Including my uncle.
Oh, very sad. And then we have the rune matching game, right?
Which is like Bejeweled.
Right.
Except with runes, Patrick.
And we've got kind of that puzzle, the string puzzle game where you try to untangle it, right? Or whatever it is.
They call it Bull E instead of...
Bully.
Yeah, Bull E. I don't understand what that means. Is that like a pun? Are you laughing at me because it's obvious?
I don't know.
It's not obvious to me. Bull E. Bully.
Bully.
Well, it's that untangle puzzle game that I'm really bad at. So
Right.
I'm not super jazzed about that one, honestly. That's so hard.
Sure. And then we also have Barrels of Fun and like we've got like a bunch of these things. We've found a bunch of these things in World Quests, and now they're just bringing them to the fair. It seems
Well, of course. Barrels of Fun was that Legion World Quest game that I really loved. And you had to like kind of guess, like it would show you the thing. It's like that game that grifters play with you on the street.
Yeah, and rob you of your money.
Yes.
Exactly. And then the Remembery thing, and then if you guys...
That's the shell game.
Right, and if you guys...
The single best game in World of Warcraft.
I agree.
I love the shell game.
So
it's a good
smart.
mini game.
Yeah.
It is. And if
Have you ever done a shell game where you didn't get one wrong all the way through?
Didn't get one wrong? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Where you just dumb luck got
you
you
luck
through
into
it.
Yep.
No, it's your brain, and then you like spend the day with your whole head throbbing with knowledge. You're just like, oh, I'm so smart.
Right. And if you guys have played a shaman or have seen the shaman class hall in Legion, which is amazing, by the way, the shaman class hall was just so cool in Legion. There was actually a game there that is being brought to the fair as well, which is Totemic Matrix. It's very cool. It's a bunch of totems, either blue or orange, and you just click on one and it'll change the colors around it. So you can just figure it out from there for yourself.
As a non-shaman, I'm very excited to try it.
It's kind of fun.
They've been slowly like trickling little games in for years, you know?
Mm-hmm. Right.
But now we get all of these new ones, and it's cool because we're very familiar with most of them already. And I'm so excited. Like, you know, going to the Darkmoon Fair is awesome. And you go and you know, there's stuff there. There's a roller coaster now. That's fun, whatever.
Right.
But now, like, I legitimately love some of these games, and I'm gonna be super jazzed to go to the Darkmoon Fair all the time now.
Mm-hmm. Well, and the roller coaster did not get me to go to the fair. It didn't at all, because I'm like, okay, this is gonna be quirky. It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be whatever. But these games actually are kind of one of those things that might bring me out there, because I don't do the fair a lot.
Yeah, but now everybody will.
Well, I don't know about everybody.
Everyone.
Yeah, well, I'm one of those people. I'll come back and have fun with this. It's good. There's some good stuff here.
Go game.
Sure. Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you guys. All right.
Oh my God.
This is a very friendly show. We're not disagreeing with each other. What is going on?
Yes. No, we're not. I mean, yes, we are.
Oh, I tried to shoehorn in firing mages, but you didn't bite, Pat. You should have joined me on that one.
Oh, she looks sad. Oh, she looks sad.
Does.
Oh, no.
This is good content, though. Keep making fun of me.
She's going to cry. She's going to cry.
It's fine.
We do it because we love you.
Okay.
You better.
And then, Thyst, did you notice the eye thing that's going on in 8.3?
Yeah, so we've got some eye changes for Belfs, Nelfs, and DKs. So basically, anybody with glowy eyes.
Right. And
so
what do you think about those?
I love it. It's making the glowiness more impactful by giving all of these characters a smoky eye look.
So, it's a smoky nighttime look.
Yes. So like dark makeup around the eye brings out the glowiness even more. So, as a Belf, I've got glowy green eyes.
Yeah.
Some Belfs have glowy gold eyes, and some Belfs have glowy blue eyes if they're DKs, and every race has glowy blue eyes if they're DKs. But yeah, I cannot wait for this. It's a very small change, but it makes a huge impact. I'm really stoked on it.
And this is all just getting ready for the new customization, character customization stuff that they've been talking about for Shadowlands, and maybe is that stuff. Well, I guess it's the eye changes are coming for 8.3, and then at some point we'll see a more dramatic change, probably before maybe the 9.0 release. Not like the pre-patch for the big thing. So
I saw a text from Muffinus, and he said something about like an eyebrow length slider.
A slider?
Yeah, that's what I want. I want to choose the length of my eyebrows, of my ears, like my, proportions of my body, hair length, perhaps, stuff like that. I would love that. Just like anything that's like very specific that can make all of like the tiniest difference. That's going to like ensure that most people are different from each other.
I think they stay away from,
I want to live in.
I think they stay away from that for, I mean, I guess at first it was probably tech that was kind of in the way of doing the slider thing, but I'm guessing now that they want to maybe just do it like minimally at first, at least one would think. I don't know.
If they want to roll out little tiny changes until, the next expansion, I'm down for that. I would live for that. I would literally just wake up every morning hoping for a new tiny update. So this eye thing's number one. I love it. It looks pretty cool. I encourage everybody to check out the photos. Maybe consider rolling some kind of Belf or perhaps a DK.
Well, everybody will be rolling a DK because now everything will be a DK or can be a DK, right? So we've got the new DK starting zone. We've got, and that's going to be happening in 8.3 as well, right?
So much.
So
much happening. Oh man,
there's tons of stuff coming.
Yeah. This is going to be actually a lot bigger patch than you might think on the face of it. So, I mean,
if this rolls out after Christmas, this is going to make Christmas look like a pile of barf.
Wow.
Just saying.
All right. Cool. No, but we have the raid. We've got the legendary cloak. We've got the horrific vision stuff, which we haven't really talked about. But I mean, that's kind of like the new mage tower. We've got new factions, lots of new mounts and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. We've got a few world bosses and the invasions and there's going to be a lot going on. And for those guys that are just coming into 8.3 and like, oh, we've been away for a little bit, let's go into 8.3 and have some fun. There's still some catch-up gear, which is good. But I have a feeling that most people that are returning players would go, wow, there's a lot going on. Where do I start?
I think that's how it feels for every returning player all the time in any stage of WoW.
Now,
honestly.
Yeah.
That's not returning players, just switching faction, leveling an alt. These are all. I mean, these are the same problems that news player faces. Even with the information you've got to level them, there's a lot of work to do every time.
Yeah, and it really is going to be a lot of work, I think. So lots of grinding, guys. Get ready for it.
All right.
But we're going to be here for a while too. So, I mean,
like us specifically here on the show.
No, not like today.
I got confused.
That's fine. I meant 8.3. 8.3 is going to be around for a while. Because we're like last week. I was talking. We could not see Shadowlands happen until I don't know, November, December, something.
You're still sticking with that, eh? Still going to be past BlizzCon, you reckon?
Well, it depends on when they can get a beta up, right?
Yeah, it's true.
So from the beta, let's see, last time it was 5 months, and a lot of people said that may have been a month too early. So I think a lot of people feel like 6-7 months is going to be about right for a beta, phase, I guess. So it'll all depend on that. Once that stuff goes up, if we see something go up this spring, then maybe we can make it before BlizzCon. But if it's not up until summer, there's no way.
Yeah, that's true.
No way. So
It's gonna be August. I'm sorry.
You're gonna go with August, just like in years past.
Yes.
The last two, I guess, were both August releases. So, yeah, I mean, if it's not August, it would be right after BlizzCon, I would think. So,
Man, I cannot wait till BlizzCon.
It just happened.
And I cannot wait.
I can't wait.
It just happened. That was just a couple of weeks ago.
Doesn't feel like it.
It feels like forever ago, right?
I know.
It does.
Oh God.
Already, it's like faded out, and I need that. I need that back in my life. Everybody, we're meeting back in Irvine in 2 weeks. Anaheim. Sorry, we're gonna meet back in Anaheim, and we're just gonna go to the bar at the Hilton. We're gonna go there first, and then we're gonna pile into a bus and then go take a tour of Blizz. What do you say?
That would be so wonderful.
With a couple of cocktails in us.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's go.
Yeah. We're there. All the details will follow in my Snapchat account. No.
You can follow him on Snapchat at Pat Crane with a K.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I don't really use Snapchat very much.
But he loves receiving snaps.
Sure.
Does he really?
Sure.
Oh yeah, he loves it.
Sure. Whatever. So guys, is there anything else that did I miss anything? I mean, I know that there's a lot going on in 8.3.
There's so much.
And we've tried to cover, I don't know, most of it, but I know that we dropped some stuff in the meantime. But 8.3 isn't coming for another little bit, so we'll be okay.
But yeah, I don't know. Just everybody make sure to have fun in AV. Even if it's scary, even if you're not a PvP person, it's okay. People don't even really care about PvPing in AV anymore anyway. Just go in and try to get that mount.
Yeah, I don't know anybody that really cares about who wins or loses in AV because it's just such a long battle at the end. You're just glad that it's over with.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you
are.
I mean, it's like, you go out there and you're like, yeah, let's win this one. And then you go, yeah, it's not happening. I'll just stick around until the end. Because even at the end, you get like a half level just for losing. And and you get, what is it, like 3% of a level for every minute that you're in there?
Something like that. So it's worth.
Yeah.
It is. And if you've ever wanted to go for that title where you get the 100,000 kills, there's a legit way of getting up a lot of HKs.
That's true.
Do you have that?
I don't know, but I did come out of one of the AVs early in the week with I think some 850 HKs in just one AV. So
You're a beast.
Oh, I'm not. No, I just stood around a lot of people doing it.
Oh, I was so close to respecting you.
Well, so close to respecting you.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you come on this show, you get a little bit of truth smacked in your face.
Hey man, 2 blinks.
2 blinks. 2 blinks has spoken.
Blink 182.
Yeah. So I guess I'll play this as we kind of fade out of the show. As long as I don't know of anything else going on. So, before we go, however, I'll just go around the room and see what's going on with you guys. If you want to promote anything, if you are doing anything special over the next week or whatever. Thyst, I'll start with you.
Hi, I'm Thyst. I'm streaming a bunch on my Twitch channel, and that's twitch.tv/Thyst03. So come and watch me play games, and it's real fun.
There you go.
Sometimes I stuff 15 pretzels into my mouth, and then I cannot chew them, so I have to take them out.
That was funny.
Yeah.
That was funny. That was amazing. Stats, how about you, buddy?
I'll be just peddling terrible jokes on Twitter like I always do. Do you know how it works?
Yeah.
Did you know, Pat Crane, did you know that Draenei priests, Draenei or Draenei? How do you say Draenei?
I say Draenei. Draenei, I'm not sure.
They're Draenei priests, they spend hours just playing around with Levitate.
Oh, yeah?
Whatever floats your goat. Yes.
Whatever floats your goat. All right. Well, with that,
my goodness.
And you can follow him at Warcraft Stats on Twitter. I'm gonna bail on that, and I'm gonna play this. And you can follow me at Pat Crane with a K on
Snapchat,
on whatever social media you choose, I guess. And you can also follow the show at Convert to Raid on Twitter as well. Or you could just head over to converttoraid.com. That's where we have all the things. We have audios, we have videos, we have guild stuffs and more, all over converttoraid.com. Please come over and join us there. Thyst.
What?
Thanks for joining me tonight.
Hey, that's my job. The only one that I have.
Stats, thank you for joining us as well. Thank you for returning.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Why'd you do it?
Again. Yeah.
I love it. It's just
really
fun.
All right.
Yeah,
well,
you guys are fun.
Well, we'll have to have you back then.
Yeah, should we have him back a lot of the time?
Sure. Let's, as much as you can stand, I guess.
Yeah.
I'll do the bad jokes.
Whatever. By the way, I did hear somebody say that it's really tough to resist an English accent. And
it's true.
It doesn't even matter.
Hot.
It doesn't even matter. Male, female, didn't matter to this person. It's like, oh man, that accent just gets him all the
It's
time.
just a big ruse.
Yeah.
You'll
No.
find out
I actually heard this. It was much better written out than what I'm saying right now. So
Yeah, but the accent really adds a lot of spice to the show, if you know what I'm saying.
a little bit of spice.
Just a little bit.
like Spice Girl.
Spice.
Spice man.
Like pumpkin spice.
Cigar.
Like pumpkin spice. It's more
Like a
pumpkin
man
spice.
pet.
It's gonna be disappointing when you find out when you find out in 6 months I'm actually from Cleveland.
No.
This is all just faked.
Yeah, it could happen. It could happen. Who knows? But thank you guys for joining us. Twitch chat, thank you guys as well. Always good to see you remaining weird. Always very nice. And for all of you guys hanging out with us via your, earbuds or whatever you're listening to us with, thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you next week for all the guys here at Convert to Raid. Until next time. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.